So a while back, we covered the V0 API, which if you're not familiar with, I recommend everyone go and play with. So then they released this as a model, as an API, where you've got like a couple of different versions, medium and large, effectively. There is a small version, I think, as well, but that must just be in the product. Then they basically launched this template, and you can see the GitHub repo here, where you can then embed this API product using their updated, I think it's got their updated Vercel AI SDK powering it too, into your own products, which is sick. So this is just a demo app, but you can then effectively recreate versions of what they had built out into, anything. You can embed like generative UI into chat interfaces. You can embed it into anything. You can create custom versions. You could customize this to an internal use case. So for example, you could say, all right, well, constrain the output to my specific kind of infrastructure stack, and then allow internal users to create UIs on top of your own data, for example. Like, you can do so much with this in the context of, say, enterprise tooling. That'd be so cool.
So
And
it's essentially, is it just a web interface, like Next.js web interface, but it uses their API?
yeah,
Or is there more to it as far as the design and architecture of the template? Like
this is very simple. Like, when you actually look at like the actual app, it's just a very simple React app, and basically it's it's similar to what the LangChain guys are doing. Basically, they're launching this to say, hey, we've got an API product. So it's almost like a distribution mechanism to basically, so that you can see this and say, hey, I could build this internally for my own audience and customize it if I wanted to. And the fact that it's really good and they have these custom fine-tuned models, I believe they're fine-tuned. I don't know that for certain, but I believe they are on top of ChatGPT specifically for front-end work, right, and front-end generation. So if you were to customize this on top of your own infrastructure, it's basically enterprise generative UI kind of software just-in-time software kind of like opportunity. That's what I think. That's why I thought I wanted to highlight it. And it's just really cool because then you can just build your own versions of Lovable. Like, create me a landing page.
does it
About
integrate with
live fishing.
GitHub?
This version that they released, no, it doesn't. So in V0, the actual version of V0, they have like a lot more features. Yeah, so I've got a couple of, here's a fly fishing landing page, or a couple of different things that I've been building, or like, say, this VO from a couple of, this is the VO app from a couple of episodes ago. Here's the code. And then you can connect into, you can fork, you can then connect into the main repo or branches and push and pull changes, which is really cool. I've seen a lot of workflows now where people basically, they will expose this tool to non-technical people, and then basically they can create branches and then push like updates live to the product, right? Which is amazing. Like exposing the ability to push to production to non-technical people, like going further up the product kind of team stack, is enabled by those things. And then they have these integrations, environment variable management, all that stuff is not in this Vercel kind of public version. But, here's my fly fishing landing page. Book my adventure, learn more. Like, yeah, it's rad. It's just really cool. So yeah, go and play with it, build something. Like, it's really fun.
I love the concept of, and I didn't think about basically deploying it in like a private environment and pre-configuring it so that it has access to like certain sources and you could limit permissions and stuff like that. That opens up a lot of potentials.
Yeah, they also have, I've been customizing this for work actually, because I'm getting this up and running for marketing people to basically be able to generate landing pages quickly. They have this V0 design registry. they have a process where you can build your own config and embed your design system within a reference repo, and then you can switch out design systems as well to constrain the design output, so you're not always going through those processes. And then there's this ShadCN, because they use the ShadCN UI all the time, and you can basically just fork this registry, customize it, and then integrate it with your version to say, all right, well, always, and then you can just sync, maybe you could sync that to your, Figma design system, which would be pretty cool. And then it would literally be what you need every time.
Yeah, that's so cool. You mentioned